All right. Hey, so Joe, we're live and we are going to spend the next couple hours or so sitting here talking about the best player by position in Major League Baseball for 2024. And we're going to play some really bad Fortnite. So I think it'll be a good combination of what people have come to expect from us. Um, so first things first, and we were kind of talking off air. I just want to touch base on this here so that, everybody's on the up and up. I did a lot of Googling and looked at this. I don't have stats for everyone. I don't think you have stats for everyone. We just kind of went with a mix of kind of lists that we've seen and gut feelings. And I know some of these guys are guys that we talked about in our last show when we were talking about the most exciting players, but I just kind of want to lay the ground rules for what we got going on and the expectations over the next couple of days here, because obviously we've got today's show that we're on right now at our regular time. We're going to try to be on tonight. So, we've been talking about scheduling. So we're really looking at getting like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule in the evenings. That way our boys in Australia and on the East Coast can join us as well. And obviously Joe won't be here for every single one of those and whatnot. But if you guys are on Twitch, make sure you're, let me find me in the camera. I think it's over on this side. Somewhere down here, you should see a little widget that says right there to follow everybody. This is on Twitch. Knocked, please revive. That's Joe's name. He's getting everything set up so he can go. But so we'll be doing our normal scheduled shows here during the afternoons, and then 3 shows at night so we can get the Aussies and everyone on with us. Sometimes it'll just be our normal bullshit about everything in general. Some days it'll be more topic like it is today. So with that being said, Joe, I'm going to turn the floor over to you. You got anything you want to bring up to start the morning or the afternoon?
Well, do you think there'll ever be a day where we say, and you're in for some good Fortnite? Does that day ever exist?
I will say there is one possibility of that. It'll probably be in about 10 months when Chapter 5 ends and rolls into Chapter 6, and we just do the live event again like we did earlier this year, because that might be good, but everything else until that point is going to be pure shit. So, yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to say there might be a day when Joe is knocked and can't be revived.
That's every game. So other than that, you don't have anything you want to add, Joe?
Nope, that's it. That's what I'm wondering about today. Also, I'm just super pumped for baseball to start.
Me too, man. I'm ready for baseball. I'm ready for, I know this isn't so much baseball connected, but I'm really excited and ready for tomorrow's discussion as well. I know one of our Aussies is going to try to be on in the early time slot. Mainly because we're bringing him in. He's been playing EA Sports games for 15 plus years or so. And so tomorrow we're going to talk about the new college football game as it's, trailers have been dropping and everything's coming, just to get expectations and thoughts and hopes about that. Because, Joe, you and I are both big college football fans. We've been playing, been fans of college football all our lives. We've been playing college football the whole time it was out. I know I played right up until the D-Rod, or no, who was, yeah, it was Denard that was on the last cover, right? From Michigan.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. So when he was on there, I know, for those of you that don't know, between Joe and I, we have somewhere around about a decade of experience covering the Buckeyes in print, and I'd say at least 3/4 of that combined experience in doing various podcasts and stuff. Isn't that about a fair estimate?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and then obviously the couple of the other guys that aren't in here yet, but they'll be in here at various times throughout the show, they would just about double all that time. So so the college football discussion will be fun. And that's kind of what we want to do with some of these, is like expand on that, because we also are huge baseball guys and whatever. So I think that'll be a good time here. Also, thank you for the follow, Carla Vogel. Sorry, I can't read my own thing here. So, Carla Vogel on Kick just hit us with the follow button. So cool, appreciate that. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to kick this off. We're gonna start talking before we get into our first game of Fortnite. Today's topic, obviously, MLB best players by position. So we're going to have a starting pitcher, catcher, first base through right field. We'll throw out a DH and then relievers. And I know some of these guys are guys that we had talked about on our most exciting and stuff and whatever. And some of these guys, as Joe had said earlier, just absolutely, they're no-brainers. So it's not really up for discussion. So, and it's funny because as we're loading in here, I'm getting everything ready. The first position I'm going to start with, I think, is someone we touched base on our last show that very much so is one of those no-brainers. My best pitcher in Major League Baseball coming into this season is Spencer Strider from Atlanta. And we touched on him on the exciting players. I know Garrett Cole in certain aspects of the game had a better season. He had a higher WAR. His ERA was a little bit lower, but I've got to go with Spencer Strider there.
Yeah, if you've never watched a Spencer Strider start, then you're the one that thinks that he's not the best pitcher in baseball. That's the only way you can't think that he's the best pitcher in baseball. I mean, his stuff is unmatched, and it's not just one pitch, it's several pitches that are just unbelievable. And so he can put it together. The only thing is the longevity that you wonder about, but man, he reminds me, Mike, of Chris Sale when he was with the White Sox and early with the Red Sox.
Yep.
That same type of style, that same type of stuff that's just nobody else has it.
Yeah. And it's funny you say Sale because the name that comes to mind with him for me is peak Felix Hernandez. Because King Felix was great. He ruled baseball for a couple of years. He didn't have the longevity as a guy like a Maddox had or something like that. But Strider has that ability right now where is he going to be the Felix where he peaks and has a handful of years where he's the best in the game, or is he going to be able to maintain this for a decade, for 15 years? I mean, obviously that's to be determined, but I kind of see him being along that King Felix kind of just domination right up front, you know?
And I can see comparisons. For me, Strider definitely has better command than Chris Sale ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as stuff, Chris Sale, the stuff that he had back with the White Sox, it was just
he was nasty. So,
but yeah, I think Strider is way more better with his command, which is going to help him down the line if he's healthy 5-10 years from now, when he's got to make those adjustments when the fastball is 94 instead of 98.
Yeah. Yep. No, maybe has an outside shot at it, and my stream just disconnected. See if it reconnects. There it is.
Yeah.
But, so
it's going to be hard.
You have a Verlander with an outside chance. He could do it with a couple more good years. He's still got a few years left, I feel like. But then after that, you have to reach hard to find a 300-game winner. So I think you're going to have to change your definition of who's going to be that great pitcher and what you're going to use to define them. So, you have to figure out what is the limit is where I'm trying to get to. Like, how long do you have to be the best pitcher in baseball to truly be like the you know what I mean? Like to be that dominant kind of a pitcher.
Yeah, just back your point, Justin Verlander is 43 wins away from 300.
Yeah, so it's going to take him a couple good years. Carla Vogel, the one that just followed us on Kick, says, "Hey, how are you?" So I'm doing good. How are you doing? All right. So that was pretty simple. What do you have? I think this next one we're probably going to be a little similar on, just based off of some of the discussions and whatnot we've had. Who do you think is your number one catcher in Major League Baseball?
So I'm guessing that you went with Adley Rutschman, which I'm okay with. fine with that. I think he's the Joe Mauer of baseball. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's going to be this generation's guy, and it's not even going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with Will Smith right now as the best overall. I want to see more from Adley. I want to see another season doing what he's done. Will Smith, to me, overall as a catcher for the Dodgers, defensively, making throws, offensively, he's one of the best offensive catchers in baseball. I think he got the best all-around package going into the season. Now, if we were doing this stream maybe in May, I'll probably change the answer, but right now I'll go with Will Smith.
See, it's funny that you said that because Adley, I think, is kind of the default there, right? And I did have Richardson or Rushman as my pick, but I also had him as a 1A kind of a however you want to do that because, well, I can make up rules as I see fit. And I did not have Will Smith. I think that's a really good pick. But my other guy that I want to keep an eye on, I think, is going to be a lot of fun this season. Ooh, hold on, I got a guy here. He's dead.
He's gone.
I actually also listed Sean Murphy from Atlanta.
Good pick.
I really think he's going to be just continue from where he was at before. And where is this other guy at?
If he does what he did last year with Atlanta,
right?
I mean,
oh, he's on a roof.
Talk about it. Best players in baseball list is probably going to feature four guys from LA and 4 guys from Atlanta because that's how it works.
That's how or not Atlanta, but LA's tried to make it at least, ain't it?
Yep, and it's just they've made the right moves, they've made the right trades. Murphy is getting better defensively too. I think that's another guy that's going to be right there. Those are your top 3 without it.
Oh yeah, without a question. But yeah, so like I don't know. Oh, hello, that'll help. Here's a blue nemesis if you want one, Joe. Yeah, and the bad part is, as I was explaining earlier, I gotta apologize to people because I did not get to do as much research on this, pulling up stats like I wanted to. I know we've talked about it off air, and if anybody's out there, just so you're aware, I'm trying to track down my family history and like just looking through our family tree and stuff, and it's made it kind of a pain in the butt because there's a lot of information I got to dig out. So I spent an hour and a half today on the phone with family talking about some of that, so I didn't get to pull all the data that I was trying to. So I'll be honest with you there. Basically, I started with the outfield guys and was working my way up, and then we started the show talking about the infield guys, so I'm backwards from where I was at. So I'll give you that.
I'll add 2 in our most exciting. I picked Patrick Bailey. I think that he's one of the future generation guys, kind of like you had Yachty, Buster Posey, and Mauer there for a while. I think Patrick Bailey's one of those guys that's going to be in that mold, just defensively what he does, and offensively he's pretty good all-around hitter. So I think some of these guys I mentioned at the top, but just in case you're joining us, we're not going to mention certain guys just because we mentioned them on our most exciting list.
Damn, that storm's coming quick. I'm going to the valley. I'm not going up to the outpost.
Good.
So then, if we go to first base next, I'll go ahead and kind of start touching base on that one. I think
I'm interested to see what you say here.
So, because we decided that we weren't necessarily going to do who's the most exciting, and don't get me wrong, the guy that I picked he's exciting enough to watch. He's one of my favorite baseball players right now. He's legitimately one of the best players in all of the bigs. But I went with the easy homer choice, and I point blank went with Freddie Freeman.
I thought you were going to say Jose Abreu for a second.
Oh, hell no. Jesus. I don't even know that he's the best first baseman on the Astros.
That's who I went with too. Freddie Freeman, to me, it's just you hit the nail on the head. He's so good that it's not like he's going to shock you with a play all the time, or his hits are going to be mammoth shots all the time. But he hits all the time.
And all he does is
the
hit.
plays
Yep.
all the time. It's just the consistency that dude has put together. Him and Paul Goldschmidt at first base, it's just, you don't see that all the time.
And it's hard because you have guys like Goldie. You have, Bryce Harper, who is my number 2 guy on my list. That he's maybe not moved into that role just yet. Here's a blue shotgun, by the way, if you want one. The auto shotgun. Down in the vault. But those guys they're so good offensively that nothing's going to be surprising.
Nope. You know what you're going to get.
So, and I mean, personally, I love that because, well, I just like the way they play. I like the hustle. And I know, like, Bryce Harper gets a lot of... Hello, that'll help. There's a doohickey here if you want it. Bryce Harper gets crap from time to time because, I don't know, he's gritty and people don't like the way that he's as gritty as he is or whatever it is. He's cocky.
It's because it's Macaulay Culkin syndrome. He was a superstar from such a young age that everybody just disliked him for no reason.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys that there's people right here. He is so good, and I've always liked Bryce Harper. Where are you going, buddy?
The kid was on Sports Illustrated before he was even a junior in high school.
Right. And then there was the
LeBron
whole
James for the basketball reference. It's the LeBron James syndrome where people treat him a certain way just because he's been around forever and he's been good forever.
Don't come over here.
Okay. I'm in the bush.
I took out the bosses and another team rolled up on me just as I was doing it.
All right.
They were down in a car by the where the key is down there. I don't know.
Where I just threw my turret?
Probably. Looks like, oh, no, they're across the way.
I'm trying to get out of there and I'm not going to make it. I should have done that. Let's just say I'm not Freddie Freeman in Fortnite. As you pick them off while in the storm. Give me. Oh, just with 7 left.
Dude,
nice.
I'm at 1 HP.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I think they dropped me Nisha
right
Striker, so that'll help me out.
Nice. And we got the weather tower. All because your teammate decided to throw a turret like an idiot.
I appreciate it. Oh, somebody else is sniping. He's over on that hill. He just threw a turret.
Trying to get shield.
Killed him.
Good.
All right, I need to pick up those med kits that I saw. Well, that sure took a quick turn to help us out.
Right? Normally we don't get that kind of luck.
I know, right? All right, I'm gonna get over here on this ledge and pop this other med kit. All right, so we've made it through first base. Here in a minute, we'll start going into second. I think what we're going to end up having is the second baseman. I think we're going to have a little bit of fun. Ooh, there's a car on this bridge. Just be careful. Mainly because for me, second base is really, really hard. Because I'm trying to not be a full-blown homer, and I think there's one name that is an obvious name, and it's one of the guys that we talked about on our last show. And then there's one name that is an obvious name, knowing that I'm an Astros fan. So, with that being said, who do you have at second?
Well, not to take away the drama or anything, but
I just took away your drama.
I put Mookie Betts, but I also put / Jose Altuve. Because I don't think it's quite fair to say Mookie Betts has earned that title with not even a full season at second base yet.
Yep. No, I'm in complete agreement with you there. I have Mookie and Jose as my two guys. I mean,
plus Mookie's defense at second base last year wasn't that great. Plus, the Dodgers were one injury away from moving him to the outfield.
Yeah.
So it's still a hard sell to me. Maybe after this year, when he's played 150 or whatever at the position, I'll buy it. But
no,
So Dave Roberts has come out and said that he's our full-time second baseman. So that's their plan. But
it'll be interesting to see what happens with him having a full season there. And I mean, look, he's a great ball player. He's a great athlete. He's a lot of fun. He's exciting to watch.
Top 5 in the game, probably.
Oh yeah, and like even when you watched him during the like the World Baseball Classic last year, like, you know, just he's the guy that you want on your team that's on another team, right? But then at the same time, like for me, on a personal note, I absolutely love everything about Jose Altuve. I love his grit. I love his leadership. I love the way that he plays the game. I love, you know, I love Jose Altuve. And that's just the fan in me coming out, I know, but I will eat that one because he is just hated by so many people because of the sign stealing thing, and understandably so, but at the same time, Jose Altuve is... I just don't know how you can watch him and not think he's one of the best in the game right now.
He's the model of baseball consistency. I mean, there's nobody more consistent than he is.
Where are these
And
guys?
if you factor in, I know Mookie Betts is, like we said, is top 5 player, but when you factor in key moments in franchise's history,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
when you factor in the clutch factor of Jose Altuve in the postseason.
All right, let's move over here towards the next.
I mean, that's how we rate the quarterbacks in the NFL, right? The best Super Bowls, the guys that win the big games.
Yep.
Altuve has shown up for every big game Houston's ever had.
He sure has. He is as clutch as they come, all 5'2" of them, for the Astros during this entire run that they've been on. And look, the hard thing as an Astros fan, and not a lot of people want to say this, our window appears to be closing. It's not closed. Yep. It's not to that point yet, but our window, you can start seeing writing on the wall. Like, you can start seeing where, hey, this is probably not going to last for another 10 years. You know, we're not going to make the next 7 ALCSs kind of a thing. But when you look at him right now, you know, last year's numbers were down because he was injured. You know, broke his hand or his thumb during the World Baseball Classic. Like, yeah, he was not the best that you could be for him, but probably he's coming in healthy. Oh yeah, 100% did. You got people over there?
No, I'm just shooting the gas tank.
Oh, okay. Oh man, there's
pump, I should say.
Hell, there's car.
And I probably just gave away our location.
They're driving down to the gas station, actually.
Huh. Well then.
110 on the second one.
I've got no scope
110 on the first one. So. Oh shit, he hit me hard. Where are you? Damn, they've lit me up hard twice, and I don't have shields, so I'm just using med kits like they're candy right now. That worked. Thank you.
Mm. Kind of want to keep an eye, see when they push us so I can drop my turret, but I don't think they're trying to push. In fact, I think they're our bounty.
The other medallion's coming in too behind us. Man, we are going to get picked off if we're not careful. Where are you guys?
I threw my turret down. It looks like they destroyed it. Oh, I'm getting rocked.
I have no heals right now either, Joe.
There's a flopper back here and a shield fish. I took the shield fish. Oh, wait.
Oh, somebody just died.
I'm going to take both since your health's better than mine.
Oh, there's one guy left. He's down in the gas station too. He's down in here. Got him.
Nice shot, Mike! Look at that loot you piled down with that sniper.
That worked out.
That worked. Look, Terry there for a second.
Luckily, those guys kind of forgot about us. All right, so that being said, I guess next we can go and talk about third baseman. Now, I'm going to tell you two things. One, my number one guy is someone we talked about last show. My number two guy is a guy that I think a lot of people are overlooking. But I just want to predicate that. So who do you got at third base?
My number one guy hides under the Acuna shadow and Austin Riley. The dude is 26, 3 straight 30 homer seasons, 90 RBIs. I mean, that's 3 straight years with those numbers.
Yeah.
And his defense only gets better every single year. Now, I'll preface it with saying I'm a little bit biased. I saw Ronald Acuna and Austin Riley as rookies in A-ball at the Danville Braves for 10 to 12 games, so I got to watch them progress from that. But last week I said the hardest hit baseball I ever saw was from Ronald Acuna in Danville. The second hardest baseball I've ever seen hit was by Austin Riley in the same stadium. So I just love the dude. I think that he only gets better. He gets overshadowed not only because of Acuna and the great players, but he's playing in the shadow of Chipper Jones, and I think that he's automatically underneath that. And watch this guy. I mean, watch him literally. I mean, because you look at the list, they talk about guys like Chapman and other guys, the guy that we talked about last week that you're going to bring up probably, and he's right there with him.
Yeah. No, it's actually funny, and I was laughing there because you said that, because Austin Riley was my number 2 guy.
Gotcha.
And I had, obviously, Jose Ramirez as number 1. And, you know, we sung Jose Ramirez's praises on the last show where we were talking about exciting guys. He is so good, so consistent, and he has been for so long in Cleveland. He had the chance to leave. He didn't leave. He's stuck around. He's making a name for himself on the North Shore. You go and you watch. I know it's not the same kind of emphasis that the NFL puts on the Walter Payton Award for like their Man of the Year, but you look at some of the stuff he's done in his hometown. He's, you know, like a lot of these guys has done. He's went in. He's built schools. He's built baseball diamonds. He's supplied goods. He's beloved in the city of Cleveland. He's beloved by everybody in that area that's on that team. And he's just consistent. You're going to get the same thing out of him. He plays really good defense. I can't say enough good things about Jose Ramirez. Austin Riley, I think, is going to be one of those guys that's going to eventually blow up and everybody's going to love him. But right now, it's Jose for me.
I'll preface by saying I took Jose Ramirez as the most exciting last week. You're right. He's the most consistent third baseman in the league. It's not even close. The other guy that I considered, and I probably didn't put him just because he's literally one of my favorite players in the league, is Nolan Arenado.
He's so good.
And consistent like Ramirez. Also, like, Ramirez gets bonus points because he punched a White Sox in the face.
Amen.
I know I said that last week. I'll say it again. The way he plays the game, too, like, you can tell every at-bat matters to Jose Ramirez.
Yep.
He doesn't throw at-bats away.
One down.
So we've had Houston Astros on this list, but one thing we haven't had is the Detroit Tiger, and I don't think we will have a Detroit Tiger, unfortunately.
Oh, unless we were to put managers on here again.
Yeah, right.
Where is this guy?
Alan Wake.
Oh, you got him?
Yep.
Okay.
Taco Cat 60 is back in the lobby.
Poor Taco Cat. He just wanted to play some Fortnite with his friends, and he ran into the animal that is Joe Dexter.
AKA the man with the cheating riot shield.
All right, so we're going to round out the last of the infielders here. You got to go with shortstop. And I know the name that's probably going to be brought up here, if I had to guess, just because we both know ball, but it's going to probably be a man who is arguably the best player in baseball last year. But who do you have at shortstop?
So I had a hard time with this because there's one guy that I think defines baseball just the way he plays the game. And when it comes to best all around, stealing bases, defense, top of the order guy, he stunk last year in the first half and somehow resurged. Trey Turner, to me, defines baseball. I wanted to pick him, but I went with Corey Seager.
Seager's a good pick. Seager was my pick. There's a green scope, good scope on this sniper.
What I think we'll see is Seager's hold and maintain what he's done, but I think Turner will get back to form for a full season next year, and man, I think that's why I'll pick him. I know it sounds crazy. He's not great defensively, but he gets the job done.
And he's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. I like his leadership ability as far as on the field. He sets the table for those guys, for Harper and Schwarber and Castellanos. Well, so that's why he might not be the best, and I might be reaching here, but that's why I picked him.
No, I think it's a good pick. I debated with him as my number 2 guy. My number 2 guy came down to either Trey Turner or Francisco Lindor. And I've always loved Frankie. You know, I mean, you know this as much as anybody. I grew up as an Indians fan, and I've always had a soft spot in my heart for him. Even after moving to Houston and picking up the Astros and everything here. But Frankie Lindor he's in that same boat. He's fun to watch. There's guys at the outpost. They're bot. Come on, step back out here. Oh, you suck. But yeah, so I mean, I went with Corey Seager. I mean, easy choice. One of the best players in baseball over the last year or so, especially. But I just felt like it was too easy not to go with Corey Seager there. And that's hard coming from an Astros fan to admit that. Oh, hey, how about that? I finally moved back up to full gold. Where you at? There you are.
It's going to be hard for Seager to maintain what he did last year, but I think he can do it.
Maintain the what?
Maintain the production that he had last year. Same with, I mean, for that whole lineup was just him and Simeon.
There's someone else here, because I just knocked a guy and he's calling. I'm getting footsteps. Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
There's a lot of guys you can put in that conversation. Javi Baez is not one of them, though.
Javi Baez is my favorite. I can't even make up a lie there for you, Joe. I'm sorry. I tried. All right. Well, that means we're going to move into the outfield next as we get through this game.
I think
the outfield is going to be fun.
Let's get it out. Right field there's no question. It's Acuna.
It's Acuna. The only question that came on right field was who's your number 2? If you had a number 2. Question.
I didn't even think about a number 2. Because Acuna's so good. But there's a lot of good choices for sure.
Yeah, so I was up. There's gold up here too if you want some. Okay. And the key card's right here. I'll grab the key card actually. Okay. For me, this was a chance for me to. Ooh, there's footsteps still.
Yep, right at me. He shockwaved after I threw my turret out. Are you in the vault?
I'm in the vault, yeah. So if you want to go down and clear out some gold when you're freed up, you can. Where did that guy go?
He shockwaved all the way out of friend Hazy.
Okay. Yeah, so I went with my number 2 guy, who is, I still think, a grossly underrated player in Major League Baseball. but I had to show the boys some love, and I went with Kyle Tucker as my number 2.
Okay.
And I know it's the Astros fan in me coming out. I'm okay with that, but
I will agree with the line severely underrated. I mean, can we talk about the fact that he was a World Baseball Classic member? That he's one of the best U.S. players in baseball, but does not get recognition ever.
And
I think it's a lot because it's not like he's gonna yard on the ball. He's a great, solid contact overall hitter that's gonna hit gap doubles and hit some home runs for you too.
You know, he plays Gold Glove defense.
That's
right.
True.
He has a Gold Glove in his repertoire. He had more RBIs than Mookie Betts last season. So, you know, he does what's expected. And it's true story. It's funny. So, obviously, I watch these guys a little bit more than just the casual fan, being an Astros fan. But Tucker was that guy that I legitimately worried about as he was coming up, because he would come up and have a cup of coffee in the bigs, but he thank you, Renegade BZ there. I appreciate that, love. He comes in, he says, just stop to say hi. You two are amazingly bad at Fortnite.
You don't know that. You can't see my screen, Renegade BZ. You don't know.
But then he said number 2 has to be Tatis, Fernando Tatis or Juan Soto.
I mean, Soto's obvious.
I think Soto is... Ooh, I got footsteps again. They're out back. There he is.
I skilled at the...
I don't think that's necessarily a bad pick either, but I'm picking my guy because I know what Tucker can do. But so he would come up, back to what I was saying, he came up into the bigs and was just honestly not good. And he's that one guy that I think, it's funny to say this, he's the one guy that benefited the most from the COVID year. Because, and by the way, if you want that, you can have it. He, when he first came up, and I think there was a lot to this, he would play in the big league games, in the big league stadiums, and it was too much for him. And because he basically was looking like he would be a, 4A player, not a triple A player, not a big league player, not a triple A player, but a 4A. But then he got up there and he started playing in the bigs during the COVID year when the fans and everything weren't around, and he learned, hey, this is the same game I've been playing all through the minors where I'm just destroying everybody, and all was well, and all of a sudden now he's turned into, again, Gold Glove winner, he's an RBI machine, beloved here in Houston, so yeah. We got...
I think my second would be Soto. I came into this not having... or purposely having a list with no Yankees on it. But you got to give respect to what Soto is. And people don't know what he's done. Like the numbers that he's done to the age 25 season, we're talking, there's 3 or 4 people that have done that in the history of the game.
Yep. There's a medallion and a bounty somewhere over here. You see him?
.110, but he got me in the head. They're going to islands, so we might want to get out of this spot as soon as we can. Oh!
Back up.
I think he's going to get me as I back up. Dang. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Sorry, Joe.
All good.
All right, mark me a reboot ban. Renegade says, talking sports and reviving Joe.
A national pastime. There's one in fencing, but I won't send you there. There's one in Hazy. And then there's one out here.
All right, we're going to Hazy.
Okay.
God damn, I got caught. All right,
Somebody
so
just rifted.
yeah, I know, I heard him. What about your center fielders then, Joe? Oh, yeah, no, we did right field. Sorry.
So center field. The answer, I always feel weird saying that Aaron Judge is a center fielder.
Uh-huh. The bad part is I'll tell you, I went with Aaron Judge. I mean,
So did I.
He played good defense in right. I don't know what his range will allow him to do in center. I don't know.
He's good in center. He's good in center. But when you think center fielder, you're thinking great defense.
You're thinking of Julio Rodriguez.
Right.
They're still up on island. Is that somebody or not? I can't get a shot in there. Renegade says, Trout, beginning and end a conversation.
Yeah. Well, before I tried to look for something other than Great Pistols, because I also wrote down Mike Trout, because I think he's going to have a huge year this year. And I think he's going to have a resurgence after the injury last year.
I'm interested to see how he comes back, for sure. And I love Mike Trout, don't get me wrong.
Everybody's writing him off already. Everybody's writing him off.
I think when
he's the best center fielder in the last, 12 years?
He's going to...
For the last 12 years.
He's going to get traded this year.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think his death will be in Anaheim. There has to have been... Well, they are stupid. They have terrible ownership. But there's had to have been some discussion with him about trading him, and he's had to have said no. Unless they're that dumb. But they're willing to trade Shohei.
Supposedly.
I'm going to try and stun this mountain so I can get something other than this pistol.
Probably a good idea.
I don't know if it's going to work well, but...
There's someone in here.
Live free or die trying.
I'm dead. I knew there was someone in there and ran up on both of them. I didn't know there was two of them.
And I'm getting sniped. I'm going to Mike Trout this thing. I'm going to Mike Trout. Oh, no, I'm not. Nope.
Trout will look good in Dodger blue is what they said.
I was just... Oh, Lord. I was just going to say, instead of a Mike Trout there, I pulled a Parker Meadows.
There you go. Well, and so it's funny because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of this particular stat, but when I was looking at this, I went with Julio Rodriguez for my most exciting guy. You know,
too.
Julio had a higher WAR last season than Aaron Judge had. And now, granted, he was in right field, but he had a higher WAR. Aaron Judge had a 4.5. Rodriguez had a 5.3.
Huh.
Now, he also had a slightly better batting average, a way lower slugging percentage, but he had 28 more RBIs, which WAR devalues the RBI more than I do, which is a big part of why I don't like WAR. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. That is true also. All right, so now
I like to look at OPS, depending on the type of hitter, slugging, and then I look at defensive runs saved and metrics defensively instead of WAR a lot. I still do use WAR, and I think it's a good tool, but
my problem with WAR isn't that it's a bad tool. I don't think it's bad. I think the fact that people put more into it than what it's worth. And
yes, yeah.
Like I said, I don't like that it devalues the RBI as much as it does, because it takes it out for the very reason that I think WAR needs to be in. Because they say, an RBI, there's so much that's beyond the control of the hitter, but an RBI also means either you knocked yourself in with like a home run or something, or you did what you're supposed to do when there's a man on base and put the ball in play so that they could score. That's why I still value the RBI way more than it is. WAR, what is it good for? That is a good question, Renegade.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
I think when we go to left field, though, is where we're going to have a couple of names that we may be way off from each other on. And I think it'll be an interesting discussion. One of my dogs is behind me and crying.
Well, because I have no choice at DH, I don't think it'll be that interesting. I picked Jordan.
At DH, absolutely, I put Jordan.
No, I put him at left field.
Oh, no, I put him at DH.
I had to, because DH, to me,
you went with Shohei?
Choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, though, and this is the only reason I put, and believe it or not, I know an Astros fan, I did not put Shohei there only because he's coming off the injury. I don't know how that's going to impact him. I know how it impacted Bryce Harper, and, he missed time and came back, and granted, he's still an amazing player, but, you're still going to use your elbow when you're swinging. So it's not like it's just
and
a
even
free
if you
for
just
all.
have a little discomfort, it can throw everything off.
Yep.
For me, Jordan is so good offensively that the defensive stuff doesn't matter at all.
Back here.
And to me, also, maybe I'm missing somebody. And if you're in the comments, let me know if I am. But there's no other concrete left fielder where you go, oh my gosh, this is a monster.
That's scary. In the comments, they say Joe got it right.
Oh, that is scary. Watch, Joe's going to get a snipe. Oh, LeBron's down. The king is down. The king is also a bot, but don't tell anybody.
There's one more in here still. Shouldn't have ran away from us. Suppose I should probably shield up here.
Shielding's overrated. For most exciting, I had Corbin Carroll. And you can have the same argument about some of the other guys we had, that you don't know if what he did last year is going to be what's his consistent output. So I can't put him as the number one left fielder.
Yeah, I just... Oh, I heard somebody in the background. My wife's on the phone or something. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, that's just me picking off bots. Don't worry.
Trying to
Gotta
read.
get them in while I can, Mike.
I get you. I'm just trying to read this chat as it's coming through. Oh, yeah. Renegade says that Corbin Carroll says hi. So,
hi, Corbin.
the pick that I went with for my best left fielder, I went with Nolan Jones from Colorado.
What?
Yep. Yep. And then
I'm a Colorado Rockies fan, and I didn't even go with that.
My number 2 guy, I went
He's
with.
He's good though. Don't get me wrong.
Brian Reynolds from Pittsburgh.
I could see that. He's a tough one because he plays center field too.
Yeah. But so again, and looking at some of this stuff and pulling it up, Nolan Jones had a 4.3 WAR last year. He hit 297, 542 slugging percentage, 62 ribbies, and 20 steals.
Cores.
Yeah, but I don't value cores like it was years ago.
Why?
Because I just don't think I don't think it's as good of an advantage now with what they do as it was when cores first opened. Spencer Steer will be a full-time left fielder this year. I think we have somebody. I think we have a Reds fan has entered the chat.
They have Reds fans? They make those things?
There's like one that I've seen somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Go clean up some bots up here, Joe.
It will be interesting to see with the Reds because they've got 8 potential superstars or whatever, really good players. Which ones turn out to be the really good ones? Which ones digress a little bit? And which ones are consistent?
That guy's knocked, but he had a teammate over the hill.
Also, it'll be really weird this year not seeing Nick Senzel in a Reds uniform. It'll be very normal to watch Josh Harrison play second base instead of one of their 13 young players.
That's going to go over like a lead fart in church. But yeah, no, I just, like I said, I was looking at some of this stuff, and I really think Nolan Jones, again, has a chance to be an offensive stud. I think Brian Reynolds does, and but that's the thing. There are so many good left fielders, and if you do fall into the trap like where you are and say that Jordan's a left fielder and not a just strictly a DH, then yeah, you know, that's going to be something that comes into play as well.
There's a lot of good left fielders, but there's not a lot of great left fielders.
There's a lot of young left fielders.
Yes. The other guy, when you said Nolan Jones, that came to mind. Speaking of young outfielders, that's going to be really good.
Yep.
Our friend Ben's Cardinals.
Yep.
Jordan Walker. I think he's going to be really good too. He hasn't put the numbers yet together in MLB, but I think he's going to be good.
Oh, for sure. He was actually on one of the lists that I was looking at when I was debating, like using that website I was telling you about, the one for stathead.com. All right, as a rookie playing first, second, third, left, and right, Steer hit 271 with 23 home runs, 86 RBIs, 15 swipes, and a 2.9 WAR.
That's pretty good, but it's
not bad at all. But here's the thing. unfortunately, Renegade, I got to tell you this: you're overvaluing him because when they signed Votto, Votto's going to play left field for him.
Baseball's
by the way, I have
sport
no idea where we're going. I'm just kind of running now.
From rookie to second year.
It really
it's
is
the hardest to, especially in evaluating. I think Steer's going to be a good player for sure, but
let's see. We had left. We have DH. Oh, I guess all we have left now is reliever or closer. Ooh, somebody's on a motorcycle coming. They're over this way.
I'm picking Andrew Chafin. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, he put on a box.
Mike.
He's not in a box anymore.
I just missed him.
I knocked him.
Oh, you did? Nice. See? That's the difference between you and I. I'm a fifth outfielder, and you're the starting left fielder.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Mike gets the kills, and I pick up the apples and corn. Best closer.
So this one was. I'm gonna have Shield Pot here for you too in just a second.
Did you drink the haterade? Or is there no hater on your list?
You're wrong. He's still in a box, just a different one. Renegade said. Did I drink the haterade? You talking about the closers?
Yeah, the haterade.
No, I really wanted to, and it's funny because I think the Astros potentially have the best 7, 8, 9 guys because they got Abreu,
yep,
and then they'll have Presley and then Hader. Like that's going to be. It's going to be lights out if they all pitch up to performance. There's no doubt about it. And I know, like when we were talking during the most exciting players, you know, I mentioned Emmanuel Clase from Cleveland, and I still think he's one of your top 2 guys. And you know, and I talked about it then, how he came back after, you know, the whole ordeal with Parker Gregg jumped in there. How he came back after the pitch clock thing supposedly had thrown him off and whatever. But I think you're the best closer in baseball this season is Devin Williams from Milwaukee.
That's who I picked for most exciting.
Hello.
That's who I picked for most exciting because of his changeup, and I wouldn't disagree that he's the best for sure.
So I was looking at it, and again, I know back to what I was saying before about how it's not really a great. There's gold there too. You can't always. Oh, there's somebody up on the hill right above us.
Right to you, Mike.
He's not. His teammate's still around here somewhere. I don't know where his teammate went to.
Swing and a long drive with the grapple gun. Grapple blade. Oh, got sniped at.
Over on the bridge. 110. Oh, damn, I had to reload. Didn't even realize I was reloading.
Oh, hi.
In the bush.
Running away. Leaving his teammate. Oh. Rift, so they might be coming back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get screwed up here. I gotta get somewhere where I can reload. The bounty is here.
Okay. Shit. I knew that sucker was gonna
I'm
do that.
dead.
I'm somehow not dead.
Joe, crawl to me. All right, where is... Oh, there he is. He's coming out of the storm right down here. He went behind that rock, and he moved up to the right.
What you afraid of, dude? He's in the house reviving or healing. Oh my gosh. He's going to get the person that's using the thing.
110 on
Nice
him.
shot, Mike.
Oh, Oppressor on Kick. Thanks for the follow. Oh, he's across the beach. He's behind that rock.
Okay. He's getting wrecked. He got destroyed. Somebody up top.
There's two of them, and they got the bot. They went back there.
Oh, it's not as far as I thought it was.
All right, we got to move. If you come across the big pot, I need one, by the way, Joe.
Okay. Same here. I got a feeling somebody's in that house.
Somebody just got into a car.
Footstep? Oh, no. Is that your gun?
Yep.
Okay.
a little right-hand peek here.
As I
Or run right through the fucking door. That works too. All right. So next circle is going to be there. Up on the hill. Footsteps here, Joe.
Weird, I don't have it.
Coming over this hill. Or this wall right here. He's knocked. His teammate's right there too, yep.
Other what footsteps? There's a litter of anything you need over here. One, two more. Oh, they're on top. They're up here, Mike.
Yep, I saw their bot up there.
Okay.
Which sucks because we have to go up there. So we had the team, and they're dropping crowns to try to entice you up there. So don't buy it. But they got to come down that hill.
Oh, do they?
At least part of the way down.
Oh,
Damn it, they got us. I couldn't even see them. I'd set up a turret off to the side, though. I did get a message that our one of our viewers, he texted or he messaged that he had to log off. He's trying to study, but he had to listen while he was trying to listen while he was studying, but he couldn't.
We're that distracting, huh?
Apparently.
See, I played that one like the Oakland A's right there. Didn't even show up. I disappeared. The guy had me pinned to rights, and before I even had a chance to scope down, I was dead.
Oh, they moved perfectly because I didn't even see him on top of the building. I just saw you getting lit up, and I turned around and tried to find them, and they were gone.
I thought that they were still on the mountain. So for closers, continuing that conversation real quick, Devin, I tried to think of guys that you want in the game, in Game 7 of the playoffs to close the door.
Uh-huh.
And Clase is not there for me.
So, and that's why he's not my number one. And actually, let me pull this up because I put together like the top 4 closers in the bigs last year, right? And looked at them and compared them again on that website I was telling you about. Let me see here, because I specifically bookmarked it so I could come back to it. All right, so this is based off of like some stats and stuff. This is 5 guys that I listed here. I listed Pete Fairbanks from Tampa, Devin Williams from Milwaukee, Ryan Helsley from St. Louis, Hader, and Emmanuel Clase, right? Now, a really good list. I don't know necessarily that you can absolutely go wrong with any of those guys being your closer for the full season. Okay. Devin Williams was the highest WAR out of all 5 of them. He had a 4.7 WAR. Helsley had a 4.1. Clase had a 3.4. Fairbanks had a 2.7. And Hader had a 1.3. Okay. Now, Hader also had 117 games that he pitched in. Clase had 152. Williams had 126. Fairbanks and Helsley were both right around 75 to 85. Now, Helsley ended up with a 12-5 record. Williams was 14-7. Clase was 6-13. Even
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is over 2 seasons. I'm sorry, this is 2 seasons. Now, Clase did have 86 saves, which we touched on during our last conversation when we were talking about, most exciting guys and whatever. Helsley had a 169 ERA. Williams is a 173. Fairbanks is a 208. Clase is a 229, and Hader was a 313. Which did give me some slight concern because he was pitching all those games in Petco, which is a pitcher's park, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at him, Williams, and this is why I went with Williams over Clase, he had 183 strikeouts in those 2 years. His strikeout percentage is 38.9. The leader was Pete Fairbanks at 39.1. So it's basically negligible between the two of those guys. Yeah. On the other hand, Clase had all those saves, but he didn't have the Ks. And when I think closer, I want a guy that's going to come in 1, 2, 3, 9 pitches, get you out of the game, right? Clase had the lowest strikeout percentage, which means they were putting the ball in play off him every time. And you know as well as I do, being a baseball guy,
that's in the Central too.
Yeah, and if you're putting the ball in play, you're forcing the defense, and it's a lot easier for the defense to end up messing up. And that's why I can't put him as my number one guy. Now, granted, he's exciting. He's got nasty pitching and stuff, but I can't give him the nod over Devin Williams for that alone.
I got someone for you to think about. It's probably, you can't say he's the best, but I'm just going to sing his music.
It was so hard not to have him in there because we talked about him on the last show too, but it was so hard not to put him on there. And it comes down to the same thing as like what held Shohei out of my number one spot at DH and some of this other stuff.
Just don't know.
Coming off that injury, I don't know how good he's going to be. Now, you touched on this earlier, and I think you made a great point that let's revisit this come May and see if our list has changed, because I guarantee you it will.
I'm just excited that, well, minus the fact that he's a Met, which is, nobody likes watching the Mets, not even Mets fans. I'm excited to see how he bounced back. Because they're saying he's not going to even need rehab. That he's ready to go.
Real players in here. One's knocked. He's reviving. Get in here, Joe. Get in here. Come on, Joe. Right there. Get him. Get him. No, Snake. He went out the door. He went out the front door. He's right over here. Good job. Good job.
Got him, coach.
All right, now I need you to come revive me.
Oh yeah. Mike, I'm the one that's used to being knocked, not reviving people. Did his teammate die? Yeah.
Yeah, because I knocked his teammate. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Now, I knew they were real because they were shielding up. Oh, you open that chest. I'll let you have that.
You can have it.
I'm definitely not going to say no. I need to find a med kit, too, while we're looking. Oh, thank you. There's a med kit right there.
Well, how fancy is that?
Don't break all the barrels if you don't need them. I still need 50 shield.
Okay, I don't need them. I just broke that one for the speed.
All good. Yeah, no, Diaz and then what's his name? Here's a blue shotgun if you want to hit. Diaz in Cincinnati is going to be really good.
Yep. Why does Cincinnati always have good closers?
Why does Cincinnati have good players? Like, that shouldn't be allowed. I do think, and I'm not just saying this, I know, you know, Renegade's not watching right now. He told us he had to get out, but I do think if they can play up to their potential, Cincinnati is going to be a lot of fun to watch this year. I think Renegade and the Zimmer boys from Australia are going to, they're going to love it.
There's so much talent. It's just unbelievable.
Oh, it is. You know what I just realized? I'm going to flip something around. Hold on a minute. There we go. I was on the wrong overlay for that part, and now I'm disappointed. It was on the gameplay overlay, but I had put together another one that
Gotcha.
so you can actually see, the viewers can see more of the screen rather than the all the extra stuff that's on there.
I've got a question for you, Mike, about this game.
Yeah.
Why do bots always end up here? Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. So it's something to do with the way that people jump and the way that the game lands in. It's why you end up with bots coming in late, right? Like,
Gotcha.
I mean, we've seen it before where, you know, we'll be landing and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you'll get gliders that come in, and whatever. And it's just something in the way the game does it where they're trying to balance people out. And I mean,
and nobody lands here.
yeah. So if somebody's in that area and it decides to send a bot out there, it just seems like it's saying, hey, here we go. You know, we're going to put these bots here and then we're just going to have them just keep firing because we, you know, somebody needs to go eat them up and clear it out. So, and it does, it's effective. How many times have you seen it, especially with some of the guys that we play with, where all of a sudden, hey, I'm going to go get me a bunch of kills. So they start pushing it. And then what happens a lot is you end up with those same guys are pushing it, and then you get third party because you have other teams trying to come in and do the same thing.
Exactly.
I don't know. I've seen some stuff, and I mean, you know, look, I watched.
Got a vehicle coming in.
I got footsteps too.
There's two down here, Mike. They're getting hit by my turret.
Where's the other one?
Right there.
God damn, he's roasted me.
Dang.
I had him at 28, but he roasted me. GG's to whoever that was. No, but I've seen some of the guys that are like big name streamers and stuff that have talked about it, and you know, they try to make the point of, oh well, I'd be willing to take a longer queue time to not have the bots in there. And you know, I see both sides of that on my level at least, because I don't want to have to sit around and wait for 10 minutes for a game to load up, because if I did, I'd be playing ranked, right? Like, if I wanted to just play slowly, I'd grind through the ranking, and I don't really play ranked games, because when I'm here, you know, it's usually us, we're just out here bullshitting and having fun and whatever. Now, I do go through rank every season a little bit, just to kind of see where I stand, but I don't think I played hardly any rank this season. But, I mean, if I'm just here for having fun... Hey, there's Robert.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So...
Let's go back to lobby. So if he's here, we can play.
Okay.
Hello.
Rob,
Hey, Rob.
what's going on, man?
Hello. Hi, guys.
What's up, dude? Are you mad at me?
Did you call in dead?
Yes, I did. And then I didn't want to interrupt your guys' little thing in talking about baseball, but I thought I'd at least come say hi.
No, it's all good. Good to see
I
you.
did want to get booted for saying hi.
So let me ask you this, Rob, while we're sitting here talking. You've obviously you were able to watch. I know the other day we were talking about it, and you played afterwards and whatnot. But you were able to watch some of our conversation on the most exciting. What are your lists for the best players in baseball this year? I mean, how many of them are Cincinnati Reds?
Probably zero.
Well,
I'm a realist.
we did have one of my favorite guys in the chat, that was Renegade, was telling us about every time we would bring up a name, he would chime in and talk about A, reviving Joe, and B, he would throw out random Reds names, which I thought was fun.
To be fair, Spencer Steer is a good player.
I don't think anybody's
I
arguing
think
that.
they're all good players. All good players on the Reds almost.
But yeah, I wouldn't put any of them in the top tier. That's for sure. The only person I would say, well, there's two that have potential to be, and I think one is not a shock because he was a former #1 pick, but that's Hunter Green, and he's apparently working on a couple extra pitches, which in my opinion probably should have been a couple years ago. But hey, they're the Reds, back late. And then obviously Diaz, but he started off well, and he sort of either got fatigued or teams figured him out a little bit, but he fell off the cliff a little bit towards the end of last year. But those would be the two at the moment that I think have the potential to be some of the best at their positions, and then obviously depending on the development of Ellie De La Cruz, but. He left a lot to be desired after his call-up last year.
So let me ask you this, because we'll talk about this later as we get. I know we've in our off the stream stuff we've been talking about it, but how excited are you as a Reds fan for the 2024 season?
I'm excited in the sense that I'm interested to see if all these rookies they brought up last year are going to take that next step forward. And I'm excited in the sense of whether or not the rotation can stay healthy this year and see what they can do in a fairly weak NL Central. So I'm excited to see if the window is, as your Astros, as you said earlier, your window is closing. I think the Reds' window is opening depending on the development of players, whereas most of and I don't have the stats in front of me because, like I said, I wasn't supposed to be on here or talking about this. But I know a lot of the advanced metrics are saying that the Reds are actually lose more games this year than they did last year. Not by a lot, but they'll lose more games. But that they'll be a better team this year because of how many games they won last year that they shouldn't have won. But they expect a lot of these. They expect a lot of the guys who played last year to regress this year.
And
which is typical.
Even if it is a regression, man, it's still a step forward. I mean, because
yes. So I'm excited. I'm more excited about this season was last year because last year I had zero excitement towards them because I thought they were going to be absolutely horrible, and to many people's surprise, they were competitive all the way to the end last year. So I don't know if my expectations of them is higher this year. Well, it is. I should say it is higher. But do I look at it as a World Series or a playoffs or bust? No, not really. I'm looking at development, more of seeing some of these others, whether or not Brett Lauder will come up as an early draftee from last year,
Noel V. Marte.
Yeah, they got Marte and some other guys who are sort of making their time, and whether or not some of these other guys in the lower bowl, like Edwin or Rojo, will sort of take their steps further in their minor league careers. So I'm looking at it from a youth perspective, whereas a lot of Reds fans, I think, are looking at it from very unrealistic expectations for this year. They want us to be the Dodgers, and that's not us.
That's fair enough. I mean, look, and I was saying it right before you joined. I don't know if you heard me. Like, I'm not a Reds fan, but I mean, I'm excited for this team.
Same here.
Because there are so many of those guys that they're just going to be so much fun to watch. I mean, you know, we talked about it on the show about exciting players, about how, you know, Ellie De La Cruz just, I mean, set the world on fire, and rightfully so. He is so much fun.
Well, you talk about most exciting. That team was the most exciting team to watch for a third of the season last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and like I said, they won a lot of games they probably had no business winning.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
in fun fashion too, like in ways that display the game at the best of its ability. Like that's what I loved about watching them.
If I'm taking off my homer glasses, I would agree that they were one of the more exciting teams. I don't know if they were the most exciting team. If I'm taking my glasses off, I think you'd have to go with Baltimore as being the most exciting young team, and I think Derek was too this year also.
But for like the stretch between, I think it was June and July, where they just woke up. That stretch, you don't see that in baseball very often.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, and then I mean, you had guys that had a great year that were just completely overlooked because of how exciting guys like Ellie De La Cruz was. Like the other kid, what's his name? Matty. Oh my God, McLean.
McLean, yeah.
You know, like he had a fantastic season, and I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, he helped me out big time because I had no idea about him, and y'all were the ones that turned me on. He helped me out big time in my fantasy baseball league last year because I picked him up. Nobody else had him, but yeah, you know, I'm just like, man, this team has the chance to be fun.
Yeah, and I believe that they could have probably done a bit better than what they did last year if it wasn't for the injuries to Matty McLean and a few of the others.
Yeah.
You know, Matty McLean's injury really did a number on him towards the end of the year. And like I said, I think the number of games that some of these rookies played was the most they'd played in their whole career. Did a number on them. So I'm not, look, like I said, I'm not into advanced stats. I'm more of an eye test person. I'm more of a, you know, I see him, I like him, I think this guy can play ball type thing. I'm not saying they're useless, but at the same time, I still prefer the eye test when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't take F word plus C word divided by G word to find out who's good?
I just rather watch the guys and go, oh, that guy's a good player, and he can really play ball.
Oh, for sure.
Not necessarily, and that's why I'm not saying some of these rec players like Matty McLean and Spencer Steer and hell, even Jonathan India, if he can stay healthy. I'm not saying that some of these guys won't regress, because obviously regressions happen, but I don't know how you can sit there and project that, you know, these guys aren't going to be as good as what they were last year, or that they're going to be better or worse, because baseball is a funny game, as we know. Even the greatest players in baseball aren't immune to up and down seasons.
Yeah, Javi Baez is one of the greats, and he's had some terrible seasons recently, you know? It's
just unfair.
No, but that's true. Like, there is the sophomore jinx that happens in baseball sometimes, but it's not like other sports.
Just enjoy it and see what happens. Like, but you know, there's certain teams. The Cardinals have never regressed.
I don't know. They've been pretty bad the last year or two.
Just some teams are just.
They're like, you know, I forget who it was I was talking to about it, but the St. Louis Cardinals are the National League's version of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
And I hate it.
basically.
Yep.
Because it's like, even when they have bad years, they're just not terrible. It may be bad on, by their standards and whatnot, but they're just not. Like, I just want to see a Cardinals team lose 100 games. Is that so much to ask?
Thank you, Rob. So I'll say, just from the Reds standpoint, as a Tigers fan who's watched this team be in a rebuild for 10 years.
Thank you for Suarez, by the way.
You're welcome. Thank you for Alfredo Simon. Alfredo Simon. Alfredo.
Good
You
trade.
couldn't give us goulash. You gave us Alfredo. But
anyway, continue.
As a Tigers fan, I look at it like, man, it's got to be awesome, and you got to be excited as a Reds fan to know that your rebuild only took 3 years, 3.5 years, to get to a point where you see some action on the field where you know that the decisions made were at least good decisions.
Well, let's not confuse me being excited let's not confuse me being excited for my team as saying that the Reds management has done a good job, though.
No, you can get lucky, though.
Footsteps.
And they have made some great trades. They've made some dumb decisions, but they've made some good trades.
I still have no faith that this ownership group is
One knock.
Are they all dead?
No, that guy crawled, but I don't see anybody with him.
I still don't have much faith in the Reds ownership.
Rightfully
so.
so.
I don't really know if their GM actually knows what he's doing. I think they've gotten very lucky with their player development and their scouting, advanced scouting.
That's a medallion team pushing in.
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% thinking that they have a. More footsteps on me. Oh shit! There's another guy there.
The guy in the bush is knocked.
No, I'm knocked. Right here, Mike. Here.
I'm coming.
He's white, Joe.
I'm trying.
He's to your right.
Stay alive, Joe. Stay alive. I'm almost re-healed.
He's right there, Joe.
Got him.
Good job.
Somebody in the air. Somebody in the air.
Did it take off?
An easy ball.
I'm coming. I'm right there.
The guy that was in the air is knocked.
Do you need shield?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike will. Yeah, Mike's down.
I've got shields for you.
I
No,
just need
Joe.
one. Take the other one to Mike.
No,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
All right, there's
I
that.
need that back. I'll take that back there, Joe.
Here.
Okay.
Oh shit! I just fell down the thing.
You guys want the
I'll do that.
medallions? Get the medallions.
Board.
Yep, he's across the way. I'm stuck on a damn reload.
There he is.
Knocked him off the board.
Vodka. That was
There's a guy behind the tree. Behind this tree. Nope, this tree.
Gotcha. Shit, he got me.
Where they at? Alright, I'll see it.
105 on the Tiger.
Is the other guy still back there? Oh, there's two.
Yeah, he ran.
Got him. 46.
Footsteps behind us.
They left. They took the medallions and left.
No, he took his card and left.
Oh, that's
I've got the medallions.
Where'd he go?
He jumped
He's on
out
a
on the.
motorcycle below us.
Okay.
Oh, he's in the water.
Yeah, I saw him. Man, I'm getting lit up.
Me too. Back behind us. I'm down. Damn it. If you can get back to me, I have Nature's Striker.
I'm coming, but I don't know how that's gonna work.
Damn it, they got me. They're on that hill right there.
Yep.
I just never had time to get healed up and reloaded.
Run to the hills.
Flowberry. No.
There's that big truck over there, if it's still there.
I'll come back and get your mic.
No, you're good, man. Oh, they're on you now.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're pushing
I
you
don't think
hard,
it's
bro.
here, is it?
It's across the pond. Look to your left, but if it's there, it's across the pond right there. Here you go.
Yep.
Right there where that guy is. Oh shit. And you know, since they did the update not long ago, it really annoys me when you're spectating someone else. Have you seen like the way the like when you aim down scope, it just has your gun like moving back and forth when you're not, and it makes it so hard to watch. Like it looked like that was terrible. Like you never had him lined up is how the animation looks now, and it's so annoying.
I hit him. I just they were doing the same damn thing I was. Motherfucker. Trucker.
Oh no, it's specifically marked as not for children, so you're okay.
Man, that sucks. I had like 10. I think Mike had like 8 himself. Joe, I'm not. Please revive.
I had 16. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did. You the man.
That's the first time I've heard that song in 10 years.
All right, looking good there. Classy, bougie, ratchet. What's happening?
turned your back to me.
I had my screen on the map.
Where y'all want to go this time?
I don't know. A wise man once told me he can die anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
Once man once said, "Wherever I go, I will die." So it don't matter.
I will say one of the fun things about the stream is as I like click back and forth through stuff, just checking on it, making sure that like, you know, the make sure everything's still live and see if there's anything I missed or whatever. It still throws me off with the little delay because like I'll be looking at the screen. I'm like, oh, I'm here. And then I look back at the game screen and it's like, oh, wait, I'm already ahead of that.
Yeah, like I said, the audio is a bit key earlier in the stream, but seems to have fixed itself a little bit.
What do you mean that it was funky?
It was like stuttering. It was cutting out the audio.
Huh.
Like when you and Joe would talk.
For both of us or just one of us?
Yeah, for both of you.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was all crackling and things. It was, and it was stuttering. The video quality was stuttering a little bit.
Oh, I believe that. Because it did disconnect for a second.
Yeah, it disconnected earlier too, right before I got on too. For a little bit.
All right.
And then it came back.
I got the contract griller guy.
I got pizza here.
Dexter, you buying the other? Did you buy the other guy?
I bought Snake, yeah.
You know, I feel like if anybody's watching this and doesn't know, I should tell them, but if you ever come out here to hire a contract griller, make sure you pick up a gun first. Doesn't matter what gun it is. It could be a gray pistol. But if you don't, when you buy him, he'll never have a gun in the match. Just a little tidbit for you guys.
I just learned some stuff.
I'm being shot at by a bot. I think they're bot.
Alright, I'm on my way to y'all.
Thanks, Joe. I need that.
Paybacks are a B word.
Yeah, they are. They are.
There's footsteps here, boys.
I'm coming. I've got no ammo, but I'm coming.
Got him. Oh, my turret died.
My green forcer's here, so we'll be good.
I just marked a whatchamacallit, a green striker down there if you wanted that instead. It's down in the water.
Alright. You guys think I should? Is it okay if I leave the green enforcer like down in the water? You think anybody will take that and kill us with it later?
Maybe. You got to be careful with that.
They probably would.
I mean, it is clearly the best gun in the game. I know this because Fortnite's given it to us 100 times.
The only thing that rivals it is the pump shotgun.
Like I said, The pump shotgun has its use if you use it correctly and you back it up with certain things. The enforcer,
useless. I probably ought to find some shield too.
So my Uber Eats delivery before I jumped on stole my delivery.
Dude, Joe, did you throw a big pot into the water?
I threw it at you, but it missed.
You threw it at me. I was already in front of you. Here, throw it right here.
Oh,
Thank you.
What are you two actually doing?
Playing in the water.
I was just thinking that I was, you know, I'm on St. Brown and Jared Goff over here was overthrowing me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't diss a top 12 quarterback in the NFL.
Top 12 out of 32.
Lavish
That's not
Lavish is still available. I'm heading over there. I'm feeling frisky.
I like it. I like it a lot. Joe's already having a med kit up. That's scary.
Don't know where the damn bot is though.
Looks like he may have actually made it into the house because the. Oh no, dude! Check. Go check the vault. That looks like they dropped the medallion in the vault.
Oh really? So are they waiting for us?
Somebody's on a car
unless
out
it's
front.
Mike.
Nope.
Yep.
Car's coming up right now.
It's right by us, Mike.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, they hit me.
Got him.
Oh,
Give me that
Whoa!
crown.
Get that crown.
I headshot him a few times in the car. It was all the damage I did.
Did they leave? Yep, they left the medallion in here.
I think they were trying to get a few of them. Because the other one was coming this way, and now it's gone back the other direction.
Probably because he brought that idiot with him that drove in a car and didn't realize that I could shoot him while he was in the car.
That was one of the smartest things I've seen.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. That was a fun, easy kill. Oh, somebody just rebooted at the train station.
Yes, they did. That's who was moving towards this way before. There's a car to the left of me on the ridge, but I don't know if it's them or not. Oh, they've also got a bunker set up just above us too.
Yep, I see the bunker. At least Joe's on something quiet.
Hoverboard.
That's Joe.
Okay.
Do I just go and ram them? Do I just try and throw them off to bring them out? What say you?
They're right there. Oh my god.
Oh.
I was just trying to mark him too.
This is no good.
There's two of them over there. All three of them are over there. They're trying to blow our rock out.
I'm getting in the car.
Just get in the car and go if you guys can. Or get out of here. I'm gonna sit in this car and just...
We're getting out of here. Oh, good. There's someone over here, too.
There is?
There was.
Someone behind me. Us too, Mike. I don't know where they went.
They're up on that hill right above you, Joe. He's right up behind that tree.
Got him.
Right here. They're coming up on the hill on you. I think you got another team on you too, potentially.
I got 2 knocked, but I just got destroyed.
Yeah, you got another team coming up. Oh, you got bought.
Lord. They're all, it's a whole team.
I'll come get you guys in a sec.
I sacrificed my bot so I could get down the hill. They went after him.
I sacrificed myself so that you guys could live.
Good answer, Joe. Good answer.
Yep.
1, 2. 2 of them have moved off the mountain already. They moved back towards Lavish, so I'm trying to see if I can't get up here to get to Joe's card.
Fuck, I got footsteps over where I am. I've got a whole team on me. Took care of them.
Whoa! Nice move, Rob. You got a sniper, just so you know.
Yeah, I see him.
We got Joe's card.
Your card's been gotten.
That board's right there.
I'm going to reboot him over here, Rob.
Yep, I'm coming.
No, you're all right.
I'm just doing Houdini shit.
There you go.
You want to know why? Because he's a bad... You know what?
Because he's went to the school of M. Meals 25, House of Houdiniism.
You guys got a car here too.
All that loot is still on this mountain over here, Joe. So when we go that way, we can run through it.
Okay. Dang it. It's out of shield.
Minnie's right here.
How many is there, Joe? Just one?
4. I'll throw 2 to you here in a second.
The machine over here had shield in it unless somebody bought the last of them too.
I dropped the medallion back there, by the way.
Good call.
Well, they were dipshits. You know, I sat in that fucking car back there and with the medallion on it, and they never checked the car.
Oh, I believe that.
Dummies. That's why they started running back towards this way, because I dropped the medallion, so I took them away from you. Because I think they thought it was glitched or some shit. But I was just sitting in the back seat of the car. I had 3 of them surrounding the car at one point.
Where is that shooting? Got to be over this hill.
Rob, there's a shield fish over here. Oh, you're way away. Never mind. I'll pick it up.
No, I'm not that far. Good throw, Golf.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cal Berkeley's finest. The long
well,
list.
They're still around.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where that pop shotting's coming from.
Oh, they just got killed.
Oh, up here.
Like I said, it doesn't surprise me. They're not that good. They just had better guns and better position.
I'm over here at the island. Where are you guys going?
What?
Oh.
Oh, I was getting in
What?
zone. We got a
I'm getting
McAfee
in a
war.
blown up car. Oh, that didn't last.
At least we didn't die.
Well, not yet.
I started the flag.
Medallions, trying to get people to pick up the medallions. Come after them, the guys who killed our original guys.
Is that us in the rift?
I just zipped up.
Okay. I went and fixed my sniper before I finished getting the thing right.
They've got 3 medallions and coming this way.
Well, get ready because they're going to hit a rift.
Did you need an AR?
Who?
I've got a green striker.
Here, you can take this Nemesis, this purple one.
Nah, it's got a big scope on it, doesn't it?
Go down in
Yeah,
the
it's
vault
got
and
a
take it off.
I'll take it if you don't want it.
No, just take it, Joe. It's fine.
Okay.
Just as long as you shoot it.
Because I don't have a sniper. Well, I do have a sniper. Where's the shooting coming from? Oh, there it is.
Where at?
I just got me a sniper.
Anyone watching the stream just saw Joe really badly miss a sniper shot.
Where they at, Joe?
Now here, right here. Down at the base of the...
All right, the medallion
yeah.
team found me.
Oh, how'd that miss?
Where is he? Oh, they're on this roof. Right here.
There's guys here too.
110. Nope, he's behind this thing when I popped him for 110.
I'm just taking out the roof. I got a question.
Yo,
How do I have only an 18 AR bullets with 12 people left?
because it's Joe. We just expect that.
I've only got 198, so
Hell, I've got 300.
I've got the Whiz Fizz, so we can use it.
There's somebody over here.
Yep. Oh, I see someone.
They're still down in here. I just saw one of them, I think.
Yep.
There's
Right by the river. He's got a...
Oh, I just got snipered. I was zooming in
Back
on
up.
the guy that was down at the river with the thing. With the shield. Trying to hit him.
You need a med kit?
I got meds.
Okay. There's shield up there too.
Yep, I'm gonna shield up before I bounce.
Knocked one.
Nicely done, Robert. Oh, somebody just came up.
Zip line.
Sorry, I think I stole your kill. Nope, you did not. I did not. All right, we got to bounce.
All right, let's use the whiz.
Get up. Hit it. Let's go. Get up and glide and so we can follow the storm. Go towards purple. Slow glide it over there. We use the OG season tactic here. And we can get into the graveyard, hopefully.
I want to see. I think it's us versus the medallion team.
Yep.
Am I going
They're
to the
right
wrong
there.
mark?
Purple?
Oh, purple,
They're
yeah.
right where the blue is. Right above you, Joe.
I have
Knocked one. Knocked another. Shoot him!
I am.
Woo! Good job, boys.
There we go. Crown win. Crown win. Made it up to 60.
Yeah, I knocked two of them. I was like, let's get them. I'm surprised. Well, they didn't really have a choice, did they?
They didn't have a choice. They were coming to us. That's why we used the OG strat to land over there and push the circle.
Time is it?
All right. Well, on this note, it is after 4:30, so we're going to end the stream here.